Welcome to Vanran10 on sports. Okay, so as you're going to see from the title of this is going to be playoff reaction to the AFC NFC Championship games. I got both of them correct. I was able to predict the winners. Not hard, 2 for 2, not bad. Picked both the home teams, both the number one seeds, so I went chalk on this. Uh, Minnesota was favored to beat Philadelphia, but I figured Philadelphia probably at home should play a little bit better, and I think right now they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. So I just thought all that combined would probably lead to them winning that game. New England, of course. New England, I said Jacksonville was going to make things tough on them, and Jacksonville did. Jacksonville had a chance, but the weird part about Tom Brady was I don't care how good your defense is, if you give him 6 minutes and the Patriots are trailing by sometime in that 6 minutes, the Patriots are going to end up ahead, which did happen. I don't have cable, so I can't always watch these games. So I'm looking at my phone and looking at scores, and I see that the Jags are up 20-17. But Tom Brady has 6 minutes and like 21 seconds to go, and at that point, I'm just going, it's over. It's over. I said the Patriots are gonna. It's like Brady is gonna drive them down there, and they're gonna end up winning this game. He left him a lot of time on the clock, but Blake Bortles isn't known for his last second heroics, so I'm not as worried about that. If he would have been going up against maybe in the AFC, there's really not. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, you get Ben Roethlisberger 2 minutes and 21 seconds or whatever he had. Pittsburgh might go down there and score that. I don't have as much confidence in Blake Bortles doing it. Blake Bortles played a very good game, though. There's been a lot of hate on him. He played pretty well. He did what he wanted. It's like Fournette played pretty well. The defense played pretty well. It's just you're going against Tom freaking Brady. And I think his middle name should be changed to freaking. I mean, it should. Because every time you're just looking at it, you're like, Tom freaking Brady killed us again. Um, he's an amazing quarterback. He makes all the players around him better. And he's going to his 8th Super Bowl as a starting quarterback. His 8th Super Bowl. I'm trying to think of anybody else that has had kind of a run like this. He's done 8 Super Bowls in like 18 years or 17 years, something like that. Michael Jordan won 6 championships in 8 years. Could have won the other 2 if he wouldn't have went to play baseball. So they could have won 8 in a row, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. They got 6 out of 8. Jimmy Johnson got 5 straight NASCAR titles, which the previous record was 3. And he did 5 in a row in a modern era of racing when the racing is a lot more it's a lot more regulated now, and it's meant to be fair competition as much as they can. And in that environment, he won 5 titles in a row, which is unreal. And you can look back at the old Bill Russell days, but they didn't have as many teams they were playing against. And once you got one dominant team, all the players stayed. So you got to keep them together forever. Brady's doing this in a free agent market, always has new wide receivers. Go through his Super Bowl rosters, and you will be amazed how much they changed. But the one steady component, other than Belichick, of course, is Tom Brady. The one steady guy on the field all the time is Tom Brady. Um, I can't think of too many. Baseball doesn't really have one of these. The old Yankees. I mean, if you want to go way, way, way back, but we're talking modern era baseball, not really. Um, Hockey doesn't really have one of these. LeBron James, seven straight titles, 7 or 8 straight titles, finals appearances. He hasn't won that many, but he's appeared that many times, which is pretty amazing in itself. But the NBA's East is kind of weak. But what Tom Brady's done is amazing. I mean, it's something. Even if you're not a Patriots fan, even if you hate Brady and you hate Belichick, you have to marvel at this because the cast may change, but as long as you have Tom Brady as your as the guy that's, I mean, look what he did in the Super Bowl last year. way down in points, came back. The guy just never gives up, ever, ever, ever. I mean, he always believes he can win, and unfortunately, poor Jacksonville kind of fell victim to that. They left him way too much time on the clock, and Brady just said, oh, "Okay, I'm going to go down and score a touchdown," and he did. Now the other game was Philadelphia, Minnesota. I predicted that Philadelphia would win. I thought it would be a lot closer game. I think I predicted 27-24, maybe 31-27. I did say that Nick Foles would throw 3 touchdowns, so I did kind of get that one correct. There was a lot of people that said Minnesota would win that game. I mean, and they were favored. Vegas had them favored. Case Keenum had been there all year. They have an extremely good team. I feel bad. I would have liked to have seen Minnesota go into. I mean, I would have liked to have seen Minnesota go into their home, their home dome, and play the Super Bowl. That would have been cool, because that is a whole different dynamic. And even going up against Tom Brady, you get to play at home. That would be pretty amazing. The Vikings just, when you win a game the way they won a game, there's 2 things that can happen to a team. 2 major things. One is they take that momentum and they carry it all the way through to the Super Bowl, because it's just an amazing, uplifting thing. And sometimes it'll lift the whole team, and it's like, we can't lose. We're destined to win this thing, and everybody just feels like they have this invincibility, and they play that way. And then sometimes you have that emotional high, and it just, by the end of the week, you're worn out from it. Emotionally, you're worn down. You've spent everything emotionally, because of that victory was so incredible and unexpected. And it's one of those things where you were 3 seconds away from losing that game, and all of a sudden you're looking at your teammates standing in the end zone, celebrating, and so I have a feeling maybe Minnesota had a little bit of a letdown. They were probably a little worn out from the emotional high that they were feeling. That's a really good team, and they shouldn't have lost 38-7. They're just very, very good. There were a lot of people that were kind of saying that the Minnesota, because let's face it, Nick Foles is not a great quarterback, and me predicting 3 touchdowns out of him is kind of a stupid prediction. I got lucky, I got it right. But it's not a smart prediction. It's just one of those things where I think I just kind of let it come out of my mouth, and I should have edited it out. But now it's in there, and now it can look like I was a genius. But I'm willing to admit when it's like when I kind of sit there and say something I probably shouldn't have, and I just got away with it. Even after I put the video up, I'm going, I don't know if Nick Foles can really throw 3 touchdown passes in that game against, because a lot of people are saying that, the Minnesota defense would feast on the Philadelphia offense and Nick Foles, and I think maybe Minnesota choked on their feast. But congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations to the New England Patriots. Congratulations to their fans. You will get to, see your 2 teams in the biggest spectacle in American sports. I'm looking forward to the game. Right now, my gut is telling me Philadelphia is going to win, so I'm not going to predict that right now, because my gut is also hungry. So maybe it's, it's vision, maybe it's sixth sense maybe skewed a little bit. So I'm going to wait until basically probably the Friday before the Super Bowl, and I will make a prediction then. Get all the information, make sure Gronk's going to play. It sounds like he will. He sounds like he'll pass the concussion protocol, and he'll be able to play. See what the status is of all the players. I guess Nick Foles might have gotten banged up a little bit in that game too. So, I want to see what everybody's doing, because I guarantee you, if the Eagles have to go to another quarterback, it's gonna be pretty much a destruction by the Patriots. This might be the Eagles' year. I mean, with Carson Wentz, I would have said yes, the Eagles will win. Without Carson Wentz, I don't know why my gut's saying, yeah, the Eagles are going to win. Think again. I don't think it's going to happen. But right now my gut's saying it. But I'm going to let some time pass, and then I'm going to see what all happens. But to me, it was 2 The one playoff game was very good. The other playoff game was a smashing that shouldn't have happened. But I feel bad because Minnesota won on just on such an amazing play, and to have that kind of high and that kind of an emotion and just be, and I think it wore them down a little bit. The high of that and the emotional toll that takes, especially even at this point in the season, and then you have to play an Eagles team that's kind of playing with a chip on their shoulder. So with all that being said, right now I got both of them right, so I'm happy. I'm not going to make the Super Bowl prediction until a little bit later, probably the Friday before the Super Bowl. But what did you guys think? I mean, did you pick them correctly? Did you? I was pretty close on the score, I think, with New England, because I think I said 27-24, or I said 24-17. So I got New England's 24 right. I said 31-27 for Minnesota, Philadelphia. Got kind of close on Philadelphia, nowhere near on Minnesota. But I feel bad for the Minnesota fans. This was a chance for them to get to a Super Bowl. They haven't been to one in such a long time. There's nothing that would have said that I wouldn't have been excited to see a Minnesota-Jacksonville game either. I would have liked to have seen a Minnesota-Jacksonville game as well, because neither one of those franchises has won a Super Bowl. So it would have been cool to know that somebody is going to get to win their first. But Tom Brady may pick up his sixth. So if you hate the Patriots, if you hate Belichick, if you hate Brady, this probably is not going to be this is probably not going to be the greatest game for you. But yeah, I'll end it there. To all the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the free.